I don't know how long. How long was that last clip?
Say 20 minutes, maybe.
Three. Yeah. I got like 3 clips out of it. But we're recording again, so
racial slur.
Everything we've talked about. Yes, although it was mostly about Saxons, it's the same shit with every fucking server. Well, more or less, Saxons get the fucking brand, but that's because fucking people are autistic. My biggest thing is when I'm trying to help a community grow. For example, what's their name? Curie. I'm gonna call them out. They don't want to join us, right? I even tried helping them with this map. I'll hit all of this shit, right? They don't want to join us specifically because there's clans in here they don't like, and I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. For example, they don't like Frost paying for raid rules. It doesn't make sense. Why you would halt like progression in your group, or even meeting new people, or even gaining more members by being in our group. I don't understand why you'd halt progression because you don't like how somebody raids. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, because they might not see it as progression. Because if I was in his scenario, and if I wasn't the person that I am, I would agree with him.
Still, it's fucking stupid, and it's the same shit with like, with clans not wanting to join events because their avatars aren't finished. We have so many avatars to hand out. Free.
Well, those people are lazy, and I know exactly what you're talking about. And he knows how to make avatars, but he just won't make his own. He's waiting for somebody that makes it better to finish his avatars. You gotta deal with shitty stuff. That's the problem with groups in general. They don't want to make their own shit, no matter how good or bad it looks. They don't want to have any of their own stuff, right? I never made avatars. Like, my group is up and running for the sole fact that people made my group's avatars for free. Because they, just like everybody else that's ever been in my group, agree with everything that I'm saying and like the idea behind it. So then they make avatars for it. 1, because they agree with the ideology, and 2, because it's the most famous color scheme on the planet. Right? Black and red is, if not the most famous color scheme on the planet. You play GTA 5, you're going to see a black and red car at some point. And and then that's the only game that I can think of at the top of my head. Like, black and red is pretty big. Black and red is like probably the most well-known color scheme on the planet. And that definitely has a fact into it. The avatar quantity, because we have a lot of avatars. We have a lot. Like, we probably have the most avatars for a clan ever. I don't know any other Mandalorian clan that has this many avatars.
When I had 19 before we died. I don't know how many you guys have now.
We have a lot more than 19. Like, you can go into an avatar searcher, type in the name Saxon.
I don't believe it.
Literally hey man, we can confirm after this. I know for a fact. But like, we had so many avatars for the group as a whole, not even counting the customs for people. Like, we have a lot of those. Llama's custom right here, like that, we have over 20 avatars that look like his, but they aren't his. Right, like quality, like texture.
I don't know about that. I have a very
20
difference from mine.
No, I mean, yeah, because yours have a couple. I mean, texture-wise, like we have a lot that look like yours texture-wise.
Well, that's because TRX is
exactly
material. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. We've had over 30 different people make us avatars. We've had Anonymous, we've had Wave, we've had Drunk, we've had Llama,
Giga.
We've had Southern, we've had Giga, we've had fucking Breezy, we've had Jesse, we've had you.
Avatars for you. I've made avatars.
Well,
but I haven't
you've made Saxon avatars. You've made Saxon avatars, but not for our group specifically. We had Archie.
I never made Saxon avatars.
That's 9 people.
I've not all the Saxon avatars uploaded to my account are all made by TRX Giga.
But anyways, getting back on track.
Yes.
Like I was saying, I don't feel like as a clan lead, I don't feel like people deserve like the right to, I guess, like expect respect from us when they act like that. You know, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like how do you want me to how do you want to grow in our group, but then not meet like the easiest standards we have, like the easiest requirements. It just doesn't make sense.
It's the same thing with the people that are currently in the group. Some of the people that are currently in the group are, I'm gonna call these people out without saying the names, but they're bitching. They're bitching. They're pussies. They don't want their own shit. They don't want to recruit their own people. They don't want to host their own events, and that's the problem. My group got so big to the point where I just got tired of hosting events, and I don't even need to host events anymore for my group to be active. We still have people that go out and raid for fun, and then we still have people that join the VC to hang out, right? Like, it's gotten to the point where it's self-sustainable, and I bet when I leave, it's probably going to die, because when I leave, I'm definitely going to delete the Discord. But, you know, it's just, we've collected everybody from across VRChat that has very, not similar, but we agree to disagree on a lot of stuff. Like, I disagree with a lot of my members on politics, a lot. And they disagree with my politics, a lot. But some of them don't. Some of them disagree, some of them agree with me or with other people. But we all know that thanks to this server, they can talk about politics all they fucking like. I don't give a shit if their politics are so radical. It don't matter. Right? It could be left-leaning radicalism, it could be right-leaning radicalism. I don't care. But you know, it's just some people, shortly after copying my group, they don't have open minds. And it's not bad to have an open mind. It can be unsuccessful. Like, for example, Clan Kiri, right? Clan Kiri shortly popped up after my group. And they take a little bit of inspiration from my group, whether they say it or not. They do. Because they had Clan Saxon Horns. They have similar ideological beliefs. You know, they have a different color scheme, they have a different like rank structure, but they take some inspiration. And I say that as a compliment because I hope every Mandalorian clan takes up after my group, because then it can have success to it, right? Clan Kiri has success to it. And Rykon, who is the lead of Clan Kiri, does very similar to me, but at the same time, he has his own political beliefs that he's strong on. He doesn't have the same as me, where he's like, oh, you know, I think we should be open-minded and try it out. No, he's very in lack of better words, traditionalist, kind of like an isolationist almost, because his group is very well known, but it's very hard to get into, right? They gotta go through a whole process. It's like my group. My group is very well known, but it's very easy to get into. All you gotta do is join. That's literally like what it's
unless they agree to sing the rules.
Oh yeah, they take a question survey and it tests if they're lying or not, and that's all I want is people who tell the truth. That's all I ask for. And if they say yes to reading the rules, I know they're lying because the rules are not visible until after you're given the server rules. So it's just, you know, people have their own beliefs, and I agree with Rykon. If I was in Rykon's shoes, which I'm not, but you know, I wouldn't see any problem with not wanting to join and deal with these people, for lack of better words, because some of these people are not influential enough. They're not helpful enough. They don't provide anything other than a drawing they made that they can put on their mom's refrigerator. No offense, art is very beautiful, and it can be very beautiful, but if you solely rely on drawing as your contribution to a community, I don't know. You know, it depends on what you're drawing, it depends on how you're drawing, it depends on how good it looks. And
I don't know,
no offense to some of these people. I'm not talking about anybody specifically. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about everybody who draws. Right? The drawings are all right, and they're very they're very good contributions. But if you're running a group, you can't just worry about the way that your art looks. Like, for example, there's this guy that's trying to run a group called Sinvented. And I tried helping him months ago, trying to get his stuff turned up. And he's like, well, I'm trying to get my ranks drawn. What do you mean get your ranks drawn? and he's working on the way that his ranks look in drawing. He's working on the way his banners look, and I'm like, that's a good thing to work on once you have the group. You don't have a group to build that off of. You can't work on the shit that doesn't need to be made. It can be made, and it's attention to detail that people like. But the thing is, there has to be something there for you to add detail to it. Like, you can't just do that shit. And I mean, that's what we did. We had a custom logo. What? I think maybe half a year into the group being created, which it's this one right here, if I can find it. That one right there, right? Like that was one of, if not the first logo ever created for the group. And it's simplistic. It's simplistic. People want this shit that looks fucking so hurtful on the fucking eyeballs, man. Like, you just gotta get something simple as fuck, but something that can be pointed out as, oh, this belongs to this group. And that's the problem.
A simple logo from us on my shoulders, too.
Yeah, like that logo, like we changed logos over the years, and originally our logo was that skull in the center of his logo on his shoulder. If like you zoom in there, I don't know how your camera magic works, but like it used to just be that fucking. It used to be the Mythosaur skull in Star Wars lore with a Shadow Collective circle around it. If you look up the Shadow Collective from Star Wars, you'll find it. It looks exactly like it looked exactly like that for maybe almost a year. Then we switched to that. Then after a whole year of that, we switched to the one on his shoulder, and then up to now we have a new. I like this version better, the one that's the server logo. I like that one. Some people don't. Some people like the old shit. Some people like the new shit. Some people like the older shit. It's all, perceptive or subjective. But, it's just, if the community can grow better, if people do the bare minimum, and that's what Clan Saxon did. That's what Clan Curie did. Sadly, that's what Clan Keegan did. I really like Clan Keegan a lot because they literally just did everything that we did. But
I will say,
did it less smart. They just went around saying slurs to everybody 24/7. It's like, that's why nobody likes you. Because it's like...
I will say, though, the Keegans, I will never see it as a clan. I will always see it as just a big friend group that just changed their names.
It honestly is, yeah. It's like 7 people.
Because the difference between our Clan Saxon and Keegans is a bunch of the Keegans. It was small, first of all. Okay, very small.
It still is small. It's still very. I mean, there's Cheese Keegan. I love Cheese.
I don't even know if Keegans are still a thing. Honestly, they're just.
The owner Keegan, he I don't know where he disappeared to. He disappeared. But like.
Yeah, but anyways, the difference is that the Keegans, those guys, they were all just a bunch of friends and whatnot. Like, that got on the game and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna change my name to Keegan. That was it. Their avatars weren't the greatest. They were clone troopers.
They had purple clones.
And black. Yeah.
Yeah.
And no logo to really go under. Now, for Saxons, we do have a logo. We have we have our armor that, looks like, you can tell what we are. And
I mean, shit, you should have seen the armor that Archie made when it was released, but it got taken down because it got corrupted. His account got banned when he joined. His account got banned. He got cooked.
We asserted ourselves with us being, this and that. Keegans asserted themselves the same way, and like Shorty said, but the only reason that they were different is they quite literally went around saying racial slurs to everybody and fucking, Like,
I'm not going to deny it. People in our group say slurs. I'm going to say that outright. But guess what? Nobody in the group cares. Only people outside of the group. So it's like, I remember when Bando was my second in command.
I think it's more or less the Keegans were all assholes to everybody, and not everybody.
That too.
Saxons
like they weren't even
to everybody.
They didn't even have facts behind what they were saying. That shit pissed me off. They were just saying
they were
bullshit.
On doing it.
Some of their ex-members or some of their current members in the Keegans, if they're still alive, are pretty chill nowadays. But
Cheese is pretty goated. Cheese has facts behind what he says. That's what killed him. Bummuncher is pretty chill. I love Bummuncher. But like, the reason why some people like us and some people don't, it's the same reason why people didn't like the Keegans, but we have facts behind what we're saying. Everything that we say is a factual statement. The Keegans literally pulled shit out of their ass and lied like 24/7. Keegan, bro, he literally would say shit and he would lie out his teeth. Like, oh, he's super powerful, he could do this, he could do that. He's like, if you don't have any facts behind what you're saying, people aren't gonna like you regardless. Some people like us because we actually say what we fucking mean. We actually know what we're talking about. We actually prove everybody else wrong. And then when they take those 5 minutes to have a conversation with us, they realize, holy shit, yeah, actually pretty chill. It's like, yeah, we literally let people say whatever they want. Like, you could call me whatever you want under the sun. I don't care. I could care less. You could say anything about me, and you will not offend me. The things that offend me, nobody knows. You want to know why? Because I'm not some retard that goes on VRChat and puts their whole life story in their bio with alphabet soup over here, mental disability here, physical disability here. Oh, the things that trigger me here. It's like, you're setting yourself up for failure. I don't know anybody who's actually intelligent that's like, hey, let me go on the internet and say what bothers me, and then when people on the internet do the things that bother me, I'm surprised and upset. Oh my god! I have in my bio that I'm mentally ill and retarded, and that this triggers me, but Finnick Winhua is like saying things that trigger me and like making fun of me for having these disabilities. Like, You're putting a fucking target on your back to victimize yourself, and it drives me nuts. It's like the things that offend me are not publicly well known. If you know who I am and I tell you what offends me, it sometimes does, right? Like earlier, right? Nick probably caught me raging a little too hard at some fucking idiot who kept saying, "I didn't say that here. I said it here," and I'm like, "Dog, I'm looking at you saying it right here." Right here, like right here, and he's like, "I didn't do that."
Like, I wasn't doing.
Yeah,
I was talking about politics. I was talking about a political topic.
I was talking about political topics. It's like, are you stupid? Like, are you actually stupid? Like, people, genuine stupid people.
Of stupid people. How about we get into
genuine stupid people actually offend me, and I hope everybody knows this. I hope genuine stupid people like offend the shit out of me to the point where I tell them to go fuck themselves. But Llama, you go. I just don't like stupid people.
If we're talking about stupid people, how about we get into the fact that people don't like to show proof whenever they are...
Oh my god.
This is so true!
Those stupid fucking bitches that just lie out their fucking ass because they don't like somebody. They lied to me!
Yeah, you're a victim of this, buddy!
They lied to me! I'm a victim!
You gotta learn from your mistakes.
But that's the problem, right?
And
it's not your fault.
I'm the devil, apparently.
It's not your fault because that's what people believe on the internet, bro. That's the one thing I love about my group. I literally tell everybody all the time. I don't care who you are. I tell Alice this. Llama knows who Alice is. You know who Alice is. Alice, I've known Alice longer than everybody on this game, except like 3 people. Right? Longest known person. The rest of them, they're all gone, bro. They don't get on this game. Thank God. And I pray that they never get on it ever again. But it's like, I always tell him, I'm like, yo, where's the proof? And he's like, yo, I got you. And he understands everything that comes out of his mouth. If there's no proof to back it up, I'm not going to be along with it. Now, I'll believe Alice, because Alice knows to look for proof just like I do. But I'm not going to go along and say that it's true until I see the proof as well. Right? It's like, if I've known Llama for a long time, if Llama tells you something happened, I'm going to halfway believe him, because Llama knows me, I know him, and he looks for proof just as much as I do. But I'm not going to say that what he said is true. I'm going to say what he said is a rumor that I believe. Now, then, when the proof gets released, that's when I'm like, okay, that's just right there for everybody to see, bro. Like, what is that? Yo, I love that. But, it's just, that's the thing that people do on the internet. And that's why my group exists in the first place as well, to treat people like it's real life. Right? You get these retards that go on the internet saying, oh, this guy's a pedophile, I have a court case on him. Whoever says they have a court case, or somebody watching him, or the police, or like anything to do with real life and real law enforcement, they're lying. And I don't know who in their right mind is like, I believe this. Like, they're lying. No matter who you are. Like, no.
It's just those butthurt fucks that just be getting upset. Oh, they spawn killed me in an empire, and now I'm gonna call them a pedophile and then
really
spread it.
What really pisses me off is whenever people are calling other people pedophiles. And whenever they have this quote-unquote proof, that is just Discord DMs,
and then they just don't give it.
Cropped out, hold on, that is cropped out, right, in the DMs, right? And they don't, and then for some reason, everybody does this. They don't click on the profile, or, like, they're on their PC, and they don't show the whole fucking, like, deal. So, on your PC, on your right side, there is a whole deal of their profile. Anybody can change their profile picture and their display
and their username and everything about them.
I can quite literally, if I get a picture of Shorty's profile picture, I can literally, like, incriminate him by sitting there and being like, hey, TRX, I need you to sit here and text me and be like, you know, fuck,
I'm a minor.
Trying to get with you. But what they can't change is the little name that's right below their display name.
Yeah.
That is
they can change that. They can change that, but they can't make it exactly like yours. They can add one extra period or two extra periods. So that's the problem that people don't do, right? And then what drives me nuts, people crop the DM out, and then guess what? They blur the name of the person they're accusing. Like, why do you do that?
Not accusing. It's the person that is the minor in this.
No, they do both. They do both. I've seen people blur the name. They're like, oh, well, I don't want them to get in trouble, but they're doing this. And I'm like,
oh, what the fuck?
Why are you reporting them, brother?
Yeah.
Like,
you don't think it's the same.
I had somebody come to me the other day. I'm not gonna name drop. I would love to, but I'm not. And I had him come to me and say, well, somebody's messing with me. I'm like, who's this somebody? He's like, oh, well, I don't want to name drop. And I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do then? Well, tell them to stop. And I'm like, then who is it? Like, I'm not just going to go to everybody and say, hey, Finnick, you need to stop what you're doing to this person. And you probably don't even know who the fuck this person is. So it's like, it drives me nuts.
Please do it to the camera.
People on this game are actually stupid.
So
you random objective person, vague username, I don't know who you are, and you don't know who I am, and you don't know who I'm talking about. But stop what you're doing to this undescriptive person. Right? Like, it drives me
I can't wait
up a wall. Up a wall. it like, and like I said, genuine stupid people drive me crazy. They drive me nuts.
I'm gonna add the disintegrating baby to that. It's gonna be so fucking funny.
Because it's like they know what they're doing is stupid, apparently. Because when I bring it up to them, they're like, yeah, I know this doesn't make sense, but like I'm gonna do it anyway. And I just know I'm right. It's like,
dude,
what? And it makes no sense. And that's why I'm gonna say this to the camera. I think everybody on VRChat that is like these idiotic people need to be rounded up into the street and shot. Like, we need to get rid of these people from the gene pool.
Bro. It's going on
I don't care. I don't care.
No,
and I hope you can
take it down.
I don't care. Because it's like, these people don't need to exist and add to the gene pool. Dude, this is why our country and so many other people's countries are probably underdeveloped. Because you got people like that.
Let's not get off topic.
Basically, lack of words and a better story. I hate stupid people, and stupid people need to die. So,
you know what pisses me off even more is when you ask them for proof and then they get mad at you and then call you a bitch. Someone was calling. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do
You
that.
literally said, you're gonna need to trust me, bro. It's like,
No, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an exact situation. This motherfucker, which is funny that you mentioned that. This motherfucker, they were accusing Angel of being a pedo, which Angel is underage, so that doesn't make sense. And then when I confronted them about it, they said, then they must be an age baiter. I'm like, well, how would that work? And I'm like, what are they, a pedo or an age baiter? I'm like, you need to get me proof. And then I walk away. Come to turn out, right? I come back, and guess what? They had talk shit on my head. They were like, he can go suck my dick because I asked them for proof. And when I confront them about it, they blocked everybody in the instance that was affiliated to me. And then they begged to join back
you, man. Stupid people on video games drive me nuts. Because, like, these people are real people contributing to society. It drives me insane.
Autism, dude.
And I've heard stupider shit. It drives me nuts.
Let's wrap this up so I don't have to edit a 2-hour video. But anyways, I genuinely think the community definitely needs to quit with that false accusations and just, I guess, just follow.
I think everybody on the internet needs to step outside and talk to people. Talk to real people, because they're also real people too, you know. People. To the whole community, get the fuck off of your Valve Index VR and your full body checking, and feel what oxygen feels like on your skin. It's very great. It's a great feeling. Honestly, I think all of you should join the army. If you're that antisocial and you don't like talking to people, join the army, because you don't have to talk to anybody in the army except the people in charge of you, right? And you don't even need to talk to the people in charge of you. You just need to agree with what they're saying, because you need to be a yes man. And that's why I did it. I joined the army. I don't like talking to people. Now I like talking to people because I spoke to real people with real problems and other countries and all that fun stuff. I talked to a guy, an African guy that went to China and talked about how China was watching him the whole time because he was from Africa. It's like you learn things from people, like real people, and you're like, man, that sounds so fake, but you're a real person, not being hidden behind a screen, so you have no reason to lie, right? So you guys should go out, have a fun time.
Shorty, come on.
Blow some shit up. I will not be silenced.
You're silenced. Video ending.
Just go outside and talk to people, man, because you'll find that these people that you meet on the game are also in real life. But they're better because they aren't on the video game lying to you 24/7. Because everybody on the internet lies. But that's just my whole spiel.
Alright, this was Shorty, and this was Lama, and me. I'm in the wall. But anyway,
I'm gonna go on blue and see how many people join, screaming slurs at me.
Let's all just go on blue. Actually, that's perfect to end the video. It's perfect. Just let everyone flood it into our instance.
I've already been on blue.
I have not. You're not as famous as us, anyway.
I mean, everybody else is also probably trailing right now.
On deafen.
On deafen.
Probably gonna open up a Mandalorians of Vrchat instance.
Why are there two Mandalorians of Vrchat clan leads in a clown cult world?
Alright. See you later, Gooners.